Yeah, so I mean, like MMT in essence, which is Keynesian economics, basically it is how we have economic development where the money is not tied to anything. The money does is can be an infinite supply.
Hmm.
There's no real barriers on this. It's not like Austrian
Just
economics
yeah.
where there's a checks and balance system to this. The modern monetary theory is in essence how our global economy kind of runs right now, with no real basis tying to
In this,
the money back to anything.
in a sense, it basically begins and ends with the government or central bank
Mm,
or
right.
whoever is, because I guess like my MMT, what is it? Money is not is more than just a medium of exchange. It starts with the government. It's supposed to be, government is supposed to create the need for the. I don't know, it's a weird thing, but as
Right.
opposed to with well, I guess what they call traditional monetary theory and with Austrian
Mhm.
economics, where money is. I don't want to say merely, but it's merely a medium of exchange created
Right.
for bartering.
Exactly. And they see it's something like money printing, like, and like in essence, what we've done, all the bailouts since, '08, and especially since COVID, obviously, that
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't have any actual bearing. This isn't what
Mm-hmm.
caused inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think now a lot of people are looking at this and kind of going like, yeah, but doesn't it though? Because it kind of
Mm-hmm.
feels like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think most average households are definitely feeling like they're living through massive inflation just from all the extra money supply that does exist.
Yeah, like I mean, even in the traditional formula. Like, the formula is MV equals PQ. Money times velocity
See.
equals price of services and goods times the quantity of services and goods.
Right.
So I mean, like, the more you print, the more people are going to charge, or the more, you know, you know.
Yeah. Simple supply and demand economics, really, when it comes down to about the dollar, there's so much more dollars that do exist. It's
Mhm.
going to have, less purchasing power. It's just the idea that somehow this doesn't exist in a Keynesian economics, that you can just kind of infinitely stimulate economies and
Mhm.
just kind of move money around to in essence keep things afloat. I think we're starting to reach what is kind of the precipice point of that. That does seem to be what, because if we've been off the gold standard now, which was the thing that tied money to something of tangible value,
Mhm.
since 1971, we're about 50 years past, 51 years past that now, and it seems like the warnings of taking away the money supply from being tied to gold has officially happened.
Mhm. And I mean, and it was something that's going kind of been going on because they kept. Well, okay, it's like what happened.
Yeah, there you go.
Um,
Just wanted to bring that up here. Yeah.
because even before 1971, the value of a dollar compared to gold was slowly going down. You know what I mean? The dollar's
Hmm.
already slowly losing its purchasing power
Right.
because in order to be able to create more dollars, like, there's already a limited amount of dollars. So how do you create more dollars? You devalue your currency a little, and bam, you
Right.
make the rich seem even richer than they actually are. But really, it's just that they have a lot of, wow.
No, no, I
It's
get what
it,
you're saying.
it's
It's
yeah,
yeah,
it's a weird thing to try to explain.
it's right now. Yeah, this like it feels richer because the number goes up, but like all because it goes up in nominal terms doesn't mean it goes up in
In real terms, I guess.
real terms, yeah, or like intrinsic value of what it
Mhm.
actually is. The dollars were so much less than what it used to be before. Like when we were little kids, think about like what $20 meant. $20 meant you can go get a cart full of groceries.
Yeah.
When we were like little kids, and
Yeah.
nowadays $20 means you don't even fill up like a hand basket at a grocery store with $20 now. That's like three
Nah,
items at
you probably do.
best.
Yeah, carton of milk, thing of eggs, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some fruit.
Right.
You'd be lucky to get some meat.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to be able to afford meat with a 20 on you, man. It looks like you're eating whatever you can at that point. And that's another thing that really affects, middle class lifestyle too. Because as someone that's really heavily into fitness and nutrition, one things I'm really big on is, you need to eat a lot of meat. Meat's very healthy for you. I,
Yes.
I understand if you choose not to, and that's fine. I have nothing against that. But I do say that for the average person, a good steady diet of meat is very important for them. Healthy, lean meat. And the average person is not able to really afford to eat healthy like that anymore. They can't afford to really, go out and buy the groceries like that and feed themselves. So it's usually the being trash food that most people substitute it with,
Yeah.
which, it's
You'd have to
unfortunately
really do
so
a lot of
long
like
term.
research and looking into stuff to like really figure out
Mm,
what to buy to really maximize. You can't really, you can't buy if you can't buy, like a whole chicken or
yeah.
chicken from the not the deli, from the meat section, then maybe buy
Mm,
the pre-cooked in the fridge
yeah.
section for like $5-6. Get an 8 piece at Albertsons for that much.
Right. But now even things like that, like watching like a rotisserie chicken go up by a few dollars,
Yeah,
that's significant. That's
actually,
like
yeah, it is.
a healthy alternative. Now, it's like when we have things like inflation like this that affect, people's purchasing power and ability to really afford things, it's the middle class whose health gets affected the first, because you really start losing out on quality of life from that.
Mhm.
And on top, that's not even counting shrinkflation, which is, obviously the products becoming smaller, or possibly like a changing of ingredients that makes it just, not as
Makes
healthy
it cheaper
for
to
you.
make. And
Right. More filler and whatnot. And now being healthy is going to be something that middle class people don't necessarily have anymore. That used to be very common, I would say.
yeah, it's gonna be a real struggle because and I don't know. Have you been noticing the push for bugs lately?
I will not eat the crickets.
Like
Yes, I
even
have been seeing that.
I forgot. I think even like Robert Downey Jr. I think he Colbert show or something like that. He
Yeah.
brought it.
Yeah, they
Was
had
it
him eating
some
bugs
like
on there.
it was like a protein powder made from maggots or some shit like that.
Right. Right. That's
And it's like,
you know, I think it was Italy, if I recall right, that was like using like some sort of like bug base for like the food they were giving the kids too. I remember I was reading more. That's becoming more and more commonplace. And I have trouble believing that bugs are high nutritional value and what people really should be eating.
yeah,
And I worry that, people think that this is a protein substitute, just based on cost efficiency. It's like, oh no, I recommend getting a steak in you at least once a week. I think that'd be great. Or
because
just
there
some
are
good red
people who think
meat.
soy and shit like that is a better protein
Yeah.
substitute than me. I'm like, really? No.